Madam Chair. And thank you for being here today again, Chairman Powell. You know, and we've discussed many times, the nature of my district. It's agriculture, it's energy, it's capital intensive. So the actions that the Fed takes, the actions the Treasury takes has a very direct impact on my constituency. I'm very, in particular, sensitive about Fed actions because my part of the world suffered the most at the end of the 1920s and the 1930s, before we became far more sophisticated in how we handle these policies. You're the fourth Fed chairman that has appeared before this committee in this capacity since I've been a member. And there's just a handful of us on the back row who go all the way back to Mr. Greenspan. And I found you to be as upfront and as straightforward as anyone could be in your position, and in some ways really quite impressive compared to the things in the past. Now that said, I've also learned in my time to try and focus on things that matter to my people back home, that would make a difference to them, even if sometimes it appears to be down in the weeds. I have a suspicion, a very bright fellow that you are, you know where we're going with this next question. But I have been raising the issue of inter-affiliate initial margin for nearly 5 years now. And while regulators have agreed that the inter-affiliate initial margin requirements are an issue to be addressed, we've not yet been given any indication of timing. When in Congress can we expect some action, Chairman?
I wish I could be here to give you perfect clarity on that, but neither am I completely empty-handed. So I do know that this is the subject of active interagency discussions at the moment, and I am hopeful that those will be fruitful.
And you know, Chairman, like a bird dog on point, that I would reiterate that the U.S. is the only G20 country to impose these initial margin requirements. And this has created what I fear is an unlevel playing field for United States institutions, and I believe it's time we come to focus. So my second very respectful question: last month, the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision agreed to provide an offset for client-cleared initial margin under the leverage ratio. And the bipartisan CFTC commissioners support this offset, and I'm looking forward to the Fed and the other prudential regulators implementing this global revision. Can you give me a sense about timeline on that, perhaps?
I'll have to come back to you on that one. And
Fair enough, Mr. Chair.
So promptly.
You are following in those fine traditions dating back to Mr. Greenspan, and I respect that, and I say that respectfully. So once again, one final question, and I want to again voice my concern about the SACR proposal. I'm worried that higher capital charges under SACR will cause banks to pass those costs on the commercial end users engaged in OCT transactions, and Congress clearly sought to provide relief for end users as a part of Dodd-Frank. This proposal, I fear, threatens to undermine congressional intent and would deter end users from engaging in risk management activities. So I suspect you're aware of these concerns, and I hope that we will see them addressed. Just noting, from my perspective again, as a member of Congress from the 3rd District of Oklahoma, the food we produce, the energy we provide, those resources need these kind of risk management tools because of the sheer capital-intensive nature of the businesses. So focus, Mr. Chairman. I know you will. I appreciate you very much.
Thank you. That last one, I think you're probably aware, is out for comment after a lot of work.
Progress, Mr. Chair. I like that. Go back, Madam Chair.
Thank you.